Okay. Hello everyone. Today we are here to present about a case study based on Ikea. Me, myself, Sindhu, and these are my other group members. So moving on to introduction. As you all know, Ikea is an internationally known for home furnishing retailer. This report is based on a case study about Ikea. In this presentation, important issues and discussion about case study has been included. Furthermore, to have a better improvement, we have listed few recommendations. Before moving on, I would like to give a slight introduction about IKEA. A company name is an acronym representing the initial of the founder of Ingvar Kamprad and from the place he was born and also the village. Today, it is the world's largest furniture retailer recognized for its Scandinavian style. IKEA carries a range of 9,500 products, including home furniture and accessories. In August 2008, the IKEA Group had 253 stores in 24 countries with a further 32 stores owned and run by franchises. IKEA's vision is to create a better everyday life for the many people, puts this concern at the heart of the business.
Okay, summary of the case study. IKEA is a Swedish home furniture retailer and it is famous from its contemporary designs for furniture and appliances, which was established in 1943 by Ingvar Kamprad. IKEA has penetrated into the international market since 1983, for instance, in Sweden, Denmark, Japan, and so on. IKEA has attracted the public's attention by its huge effort in continuous product design transformations, operation details, and cost control, which has resulted in reduced product prices. In addition, Creams of Cream Private Limited is one of the approved vendor of IKEA in Malaysia and Singapore. They provide various HACCP approved foodstuff such as mashed potatoes, mushroom soup, culinary sauces, and so on. IKEA always has a good relationship with its suppliers. For example, it allows staff of Creams to enter the cold room and manage the FIFO inventory of foodstuff because IKEA thinks that the jobs can be done efficiently if it is managed by a reputable company. Moreover, IKEA has a rapid finances growth since 2001. Its growth never declined in the 14 years. In 2014, IKEA attained a revenue of 29.3 billion of euros. Lastly, IKEA has a very smart IS system. It has the radio frequency identification facility which automatically identifies and tracks the tags attached to the items when shopping. Customers can place an order online by using its internal system. Not only that, IKEA has a specialized team of IT consultants for its website marketing. Next slides. Okay, the key issues faced by IKEA. In terms of IKEA's vendor relationship, IKEA allows staff of Creams to enter cold room and manage the FIFO inventory of foodstuff because IKEA thinks the jobs can be done efficiently if it is managed by the reputable company. But the problem here is not all the staffs can be loyal to their respective job and the act of theft can occur anytime. So, IKEA should only permit its staffs only to manage the FIFO inventory and cold room to avoid any further problems and misunderstandings. The next one will be finance. In terms of finance, IKEA has a very good turnover since 2001, which has drastic increase. If IKEA does not take care of its logistic and supply chain management, decrease the production and the productivity, it might face losses and fall in its turnover. It should market its products more over the globe to avoid this. Lastly, IKEA's IS system. IKEA can face obstacles include the concerns of security, the problems surrounding the privacy of the data captured, and the characteristics associated with the nature of RFID. They should further examine the specific problems associated with anomalies present within the captured observational records, which are regarded as a characteristics of RFID. When all these issues are rectified to provide maximum security, privacy, and integrity, RFID will be able to realize its full potential in massive, wide-scale adoptions. Next slide, please.
So moving on to case study discussion. Question 6. Assume you are the new country manager for IKEA Malaysia. As of 2015, IKEA has two stores, one in Mutiara Damansara and another in Cheras. IKEA has plans to open two more stores in Johor Bahru and Penang by 2018. Explain your logistic arrangement to achieve maximum capacity in logistic operation. Assuming as a role of a logistic business manager, it is important to make sure to follow certain steps to optimize the business to make the most out of it. First is to accomplishing a task in planning. Planning encapsulates several factors such as obtaining the goods, storage facilities, and delivery of the products to the precise location. As a manager, I should be able to devise a proper flow chart for the whole operation. This will help to maximum the work in the least possible time. Besides, it is also important that warehouse optimization by analyzing all processes and operation throughout the facility to maximize operations. Next, you will never know about the customers at the new location you are planning to open the stores. So it is important to cultivate strong relationship between suppliers and customers or even employees. Furthermore, we need to take great pains to forge healthy and honest relationship with their vendors and suppliers. And efficient transportation for a retailer company where we need to invest in a secure location and other security features such as trackers. So as a manager, I must determine if the optimal delivery route is safe in the new areas. Additionally, technology plays an important role in logistics or any other business. Beside the arrangement I mentioned above, this is a vital part. Shopping at IKEA has become more convenient with RFID identification facility, which automatically identify. So as a manager, to maximize the capacity, I need to take consideration on modern technology. Lastly, it is important to improvise and analyze the location. So as a manager, as a logistic manager, network optimization is inadequate without interpretation, review, and feedback. Moving on to next slide. By analyzing IKEA's global partners, discuss the common issues for each IKEA location at the initial stage of planning. Places and spatial issues are central to the life of every company from the moment in which they are born and throughout their various development stages. IKEA has understood the local and adapts its strategies accordingly. The company needs to do slight modification to its furniture. The store layouts reflected the typical sizes of apartment and also included a balcony. There are few common issues faced by IKEA location at the initial stages of planning. In 1998, IKEA started its retail operation in China. To meet the store layouts reflected the typical size and apartments. In China, most customers use public transportation. Besides, IKEA also adjusted its store location strategy. In Europe and the US, where most customers use personal vehicles, IKEA stores are usually located in suburbs. So the company set up its outlets on the outskirts of cities, which are connected by rail and metro network. It wasn't easy opening stores in various locations in the initial stage of planning. Indian customer preference and economic environment are similar to the Chinese market. Also, it will be difficult for IKEA to find the type of location, size of a highway with great links to a major metropolis that is crucial to the success of its business model. Although it took time, IKEA persists where more important publicly held firms may ever give up.
So, looking at the question 8, So, what will you, as the new country manager, do at the beginning to ensure a stronger relationship between IKEA suppliers, management, and staff? So, the first thing is demonstrate the importance of each IKEA suppliers and where they really fit in with the operation to the staff. If employees understand how the suppliers contribute to the overall success of the company, it becomes a set of relationship that they will take as serious as we do. Use this opportunity to explain profit plans and other potential ways of the company to the suppliers. As a country manager, I will definitely explain where supplier fit in with the operation and plans for the company, and also the damages to those relationships have the potential to affect the company's bottom line. This is when a sub this is when a sustainable relationship will build with the suppliers. Allowing employees to educate suppliers about IKEA company, and solid supplier relationship develop from sharing information about the company to the suppliers. So I, as the new country manager, will definitely encourage this kind of partner oriented thinking by providing further information about the company to the supplier, making a long standing commitments to suppliers by signing long term contract, and build a trust and good communication with suppliers to get a lower prices of products. Uh, so basically, IKEA is a very high volume retailer. So what I will do is I will negotiate prices with suppliers, check the quality of materials, and keep an eye on social and working condition. This is one of the most effective way to build a good communication, trust, and relationship management with IKEA suppliers and manufacturers to get a good price on what it procures. Um, start up a start up a brainstorming section between suppliers, management, and staff. And lastly, is conducting scheduling meeting with employees and suppliers to build an understanding relationship from both sides. So, which means this is mainly to find innovative ways to make certain products or services will be more effective for the both for the company and the customer population purchasing for IKEA company. Next. So looking at the question nine, what do you think are the major difficulties for IKEA in developing the measurement system that will provide real-time information with regards to the inventory at all stores? So the first thing is the failure of understanding the company inventory well. So basically, IKEA was being ignorant of inventory levels, which has a largely negative effect on supply chains. Next is the lack of efficiency method at handling their product. IKEA have a big inventory management system and also a manual processes at handling their product. So therefore, it makes tough competition among other companies. Low market demand that does not meet the customer's needs. IKEA is responsible for identifying and also acknowledging customers' desires and ensuring that their requests and demands are fulfilled, while at the same time controlling the inventory is to keep up with their needs. Shortage on manpower and insufficient storage space. IKEA will always end up with issues such as insufficient storage space and poorly sorted and stored materials by mismanaging one of these main areas. And lastly is the emerging economies in certain countries like China, India, and Latin America is also an obstacle to successful inventory management. These countries are growing rivalry is another obstacle to successful inventory management. So IKEA should ensure the supply chain operates effectively as possible with the availability of international shipping.
Okay, the next question will be, why do you think developing a comprehensive system that links inventory and the supply chain of the stores difficult to develop? So, there are always some difficulties exist when developing a comprehensive system that links inventory and supply chain of the stores. This occurs due to some reasons. Firstly, poor execution is common at all levels of supply chain and starts at the store level. For example, product makes it to the store but doesn't make it to the shelf. Promotional displays or inventory make it to the store but not to the floor. And product is put on the wrong truck at the distribution center, sent to the wrong store, or it is late to the distribution center. Furthermore, poor communication is common both within the across supply chain functions and inventory keeping, and and takes a particular toll in data analysis and collaboration. Analysts, category managers, sales managers, and supply chain personnel look at problems in different ways and focus on different aspects of them. Getting insights from data is often a complex process for CPG data analysts, making collaboration difficult. Lastly, poor decision making is endemic at all levels of supply chain and inventory management, and it is often the result of both poor execution and poor communication. Quite often, poor decisions are made because the decision maker doesn't know where to focus. There are so many different stock keeping units in so many different stores from so many different distribution centers in so many different locations. Consequently, shortcuts are almost always taken, which may be compound to the problem or lead to new ones. In conclusion, poor execution, communication, and decision making, coupled with advanced inventory management system, lead to a vicious cycle, ultimately reducing sales, profit margins, and customer loyalty. Next slide.
So moving on to recommendation. From the research, IKEA is the best company to work around where it's known as a very high energy workplace and family oriented. It would be better if IKEA follows the POLC framework to reach maximum capacity. POLC stands for planning, organizing, leading, and controlling. Planning and organizing is equally important as the other factors also. As a manager, I recommend to be aware of their industry environment and make forecasts based on the available data and information regarding the future of their business. Besides, planning is not as simple as it looks because managers need to be good decision makers to plan successfully. Furthermore, managers also need to be effective leaders in order to inspire their followers to perform their tasks successfully. For an example, if managers can lead effectively, it will motivate their subordinates to push towards their objective. Controlling is also a vital part for any logistic management that ensure the organizational performance is in line with the set standards and objective. To overcome the business globalization, IKEA have to constantly adapt towards changes and aware on customers' preference trend. It will help them to focus to improve its value proposition as well as to maintain competitive advantage.
So we all know that IKEA as the world's largest furniture retailer has a various employer, suppliers, and employee relation in the organization. Developing a good relationship by engaging in long-term planning with employee and suppliers. With suppliers, uh, I would recommend to discuss the possibilities of entering into a 1 year, 5 year, or even 10-year contract. Both suppliers and employers are more likely to provide quality service to convey advancement opportunities and the possibilities to earn rises. Outlining clear expectation from both sides to get into a better view of the product. Before completing an order with a supplier, please state the quantity, cost, terms and condition, delivery date, and payment due date. This will help to bring some clear view on certain areas. Communication plays an essential role to facilitate a more transparent, even-sided conversation between suppliers, management, and staff. From this way, from, sorry, from this way, communication is being the main key here. So having the right tool in place that allow both internal and external terms to quickly communicate and share documents to other people. So in order to overcome the difficulties in developing measurement system, IKEA should gather and analyze historical data that they have. Getting all the data in one place is essential to company success, and without the proper updates, the information can be also inaccurate. Integrating and centralizing the systems in real time. Integrating and centralizing is where it will help the teams to access up to date information to make the best decision in the organization. And lastly, is IKEA should also outsource inventory management service to fulfill the company's goal. By outsourcing the processes to an inventory management service, company like IKEA will be better prepared to take on whatever fulfillments changes lie ahead. So, in a conclusion, it will also make the supply chain to run smoother and will lead to greater efficiency and profitability of the business. Next slide, please.
Okay, in the case of that poor execution, communication, and decision making in inventory and supply chain management contribute to a vicious cycle of declining sales margins and customer loyalty. To address this vicious cycle, the consumer packaged goods CPG supply chain of IKEA needs a system to identify and correct problems before they occur. This requires monitoring of many different genres of information like post, shipments, orders, forecast errors, and so on. There are ways to create a vicious cycle such as pinpoint service level exceptions in the systems. Secondly, prioritize which need immediate attention based on potential impact to the business. And lastly, prevent issues from reoccurring again in the future. To implement this approach, a system is needed by IKEA to alert users to what needs attention and enable them to quickly resolve issues. It should help users identify patterns of exceptions and support collaboration to define and implement prevention mechanisms using levels not limited to safety stock, forecasting, and ordering algorithms. This is actually the supply chain management implementation of business process integration. Next slides. Okay. In conclusion, good company culture, easily recognizable brand image, and high brand quality are responsible for the success of IKEA. In addition, the company's creation of value-based business model has gone a long way in ensuring IKEA's success. It provides economic value to the customer due to its competitive price rates and has then gone ahead and created sustainable customer value-based service. In fact, IKEA not only considers itself a furniture retailer, it also focuses on service provision to its customer base. This makes IKEA stand out among its competitors and ensures its difference from the other brands. This approach of providing both products and excellent service experiences has made the business quite successful. Furthermore, IKEA's vendor relationship with Creams of Creams Private Limited has proven that any good relationship with vendors can bring the business more effective and successful. Moreover, IKEA's turnover increased every year, which indicates they are good in all part of business, which includes the logistics and supply chain management. IKEA's innovative IS system brought an easier way of purchasing for the customers. Despite all the welcoming success faced by IKEA, there are some issues faced by the company, which were later given some recommendations to improvise them. Thank you.